so many people have been on this channel. Atron Gregory, Money B, speaking of Digital Underground, and just so many others. So just stay tuned. If you have not subscribed to the channel, this is the perfect time to subscribe, because you are going to get some of the dopest interviews that you never heard, that have been sitting around just, for a few years, because they're, buried in the videos. But I definitely encourage everybody out there to hit that notification, because that's how you are able to know when we post content on this channel. And before we continue, since we're about halfway through, I'm going to remind everybody to hit that like button. Shout out to the chat. We love you guys, man. My dude Marlon, I saw Rashard just popped in the building. The homie Jay Roos, Vista Light 72, Rob Tremble. I mean, we just want to thank you guys for the homie Marlon. Obviously, can't forget Marlon and OG Steve, but we just want to thank you guys for the love. And yeah, let's continue to move on. Anything else that you want to say, Lonzo, before we move on?
No, man. It's people ask me all the time, would I do things differently? And I at the risk of sounding like an idiot, nope. Because if I did things differently, and I'm gonna tell you, like I tell my partner all the time, I know me. Y'all know this version of me right here, what y'all saying, this 66-year-old version of me right here. Back in the day, I was just as crazy as everybody else. And if I had gotten rich back then, I probably wouldn't be here.
I say that all the time. I know I wouldn't be here. I'd be in my third stint of rehab. I'd be through my fourth marriage. Man, I'd be a done deal, bro.
It'd be a lot different for me. Let's put it that way. If I was still here, okay. God has given me. Sometimes I feel like God has given me just enough to keep me going. Like the little thing in the front. He got me a little trail to keep me going. And but again,
I'm okay with that, because that's what gets me up in the morning. That's what gets me up in the morning. If I had all the money, I wouldn't even get up. That's what gets me up in the morning.
When you're getting phone calls and about your partners, and you experiencing things with other friends, and just to be able to do what you do and do what you love, man, that's a blessing. It's a blessing within itself. A blessing within itself. And like I tell any youngster, the goal is to get old. All right, 100. The goal is to get old. Okay. When
you get a shirt, that sounds like a shirt.
Huh?
That sounds like a shirt.
Not like a shirt. When you get to hang out with your grandkids, you go to your grandkids' graduation and see your grandkids go to college, dude. Hey, man, and you get to experience that. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Come on. And then like that. Not your kids, your grandkids. All right. That's some grown ass man enlightenment right there, folks.
That's some real game right there, man.
Achieve the goal, get old.
I love that. All right, let's do this bit that we've done in the past, and we're gonna do every once in a while. But I want to recite a famous rap line to you, and I want you to elaborate on it, give your thoughts on it, and go into detail. This one here is a classic, one of the first rap lines that really ever hit the mainstream, and it was some real shit. It was in the 80s, and they're from New York, and New York 80s was not nice, but the song is from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. It's called The Message. Most hip-hop heads know that. But the line goes, Lonzo, simple line. We've all heard it before, but I want Lonzo to break it down. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Sometimes it makes you wonder how I keep from going under. Lonzo, talk to me about this, the importance of, because I know that was kind of an important piece to hip hop.
Man, you know what? I'm gonna take that what you hit me with. I'm gonna drop something on you that I just heard from somebody near and dear to me. They going through it with their girl, and he said something very similar to that. If I leave the room, don't follow me. I'm trying to get away from you. I'm trying not to go there. You're pushing me, and this is something that I've seen in various situations, whether it was men and women, or even it was men on men and woman on women. You got one person that's trying to avoid a problem, and the other person is mistaking this person for being weak. And you keep pushing, all of a sudden you push a button and you ignite some shit you didn't think you was gonna get. Now everything has been elevated and everything has changed completely, because you thought you had a buster when you ended up with a damn nuclear cloud. So when here's that kind of situation, I think about even myself as a kid. I was never a fighter, but I would fight, and people always thought I was a buster because hey man, I don't want to fight. Now, like into your ass, you gonna wish you had left me alone. Okay, you gonna wish you had left me alone. But that's just how people are, especially bullies. Bullies tend to push you to the edge, and once they realize that you will fight, and you will fight until sometimes the death, now they realize, oh shit. And that's something I think I see that a lot even right now, man. In a lot of the politics, people are just pushing people to the edge. I mean, dude, it's just ridiculous how we're being manipulated. Don't get me started on politics, man. Please, they'll shut my channel down. Please. I like doing this. I don't want to start all over again, okay? But yes, I see people getting pushed to the edge, pissing in your face and telling you that it's raining, and it ain't rain, dude. That is not rain. That is piss, okay? And that's the part people can't stand.
Now let's break this song down a little bit and see how it matches up with the hood. The song is called The Message. So I think it was 82, 83, 84, somewhere around there. Okay. But what was the economy like in the hood? What was the vibe of the hood? I know upper middle class and, wealthy people were doing pretty good due to things like Reaganomics and stuff like that. But what was the vibe of the hood when this song came out?
In 82, 83, Sherm was the drug of choice. Jerry curl was the hairstyle. We was actually, and truthfully, we wasn't doing too bad that I can remember. Don't stop me the line, but we weren't doing too bad. Even though Sherm was the drug of choice, most people knew not to mess with that shit because it was so bad. It was obvious this shit taking brain cells. This shit is killing brain cells. That's not the thing to do. But it was only the precursor to crack cocaine. And that's when the shit started shifting. Gangbanging was around, but it still was not the focus of majority of the youth in the community. It was something that was starting to bubble a little bit more. Gangbanging started in the 70s. It was around, but again, it wasn't really a major factor till the mid 80s when crack came around. Again, they were around. They was at the Eve. They was at skate land. They was at Dudos, but they can be dealt with a little bit better. A couple of cops can diffuse some shit. By the time crack got around, man, police was nervous as hell. So economically, I think gas might have been about $1.20 a gallon.